King of the Road.
It's the King of the Road show. I'm Jim King. In this episode, we'll continue our King of the Road's best clips, look in the rear view at 2009. Coming up later, we'll re-air our exclusive concert footage and interview with Lone Star State legend Gary P. Dunn at the Texas Rice Festival. We'll also have some exclusive concert footage of Texas troubadour Charlie Robinson. In this segment, however, we'll visit with Lumberton, Texas-based author David J. Hearne, writer of this book, Hulagu's Web, The Presidential Pursuit of Senator Katherine LaForge. In this novel, Hearne weaves together an extraordinary tale of contemporary politics, combining some of its most explosive elements. Hulagu's Web traces the unusual presidential run of Texas Senator Katherine LaForge as she tries to maneuver the political landmines of the early 21st century. The story, told through the eyes of one of LaForge's childhood friends, begins with a brutal massacre on the LaForge campaign bus. Anyway, in addition to the segment you're about to see, you can find out more information about David Hearne and his book Hulagu's Web by visiting david-hearne with an E at the end.com or hulagusweb.com. Now ride shotgun with me as we cruise to Lumberton to visit with Southeast Texas author David J. Hearne.
One man has the power to take you behind the scenes. Jim King of the Road.
Jim King of the Road. King of the Road.
We recently cruised to the Lumberton home of author David J. Hearne. David wrote Hulagu's Web, The Presidential Pursuit of Senator Katherine LaForge, which, by the way, is available at Book Heaven in Lumberton and on Amazon.com. Mr. Hearne told us ahead of time that the house would be open and to meet him upstairs in room 13. Needless to say, our first meeting with Mr. Hearne was somewhat eerie.
Well, hi, Jim. I'm glad you could come over and see the room I used to write in. As you see, a lot of times it's sort of strange in here. It has a fog, a mist often. Oh, there goes my black cat that usually stays with me when I'm doing writing. Anyways, glad to have you come in and see my room real quick, and then we can go on with the interview.
Mr. Hearne spends many hours at his computer in room 13. We watched as he quietly worked, not saying a word. After a few minutes of watching this master storyteller at work, David read some excerpts from Hulagu's Web for us.
The final leg of her clandestine journey always gave her an eerie feeling of foreboding as she drove down the narrow road shaded by low-hanging branches. Cooks Lake Road was alive with the sound of the bordering swamp. Her destination was in sharp contrast to its surroundings. Almost exactly 2 miles down the road on the left, a small house was visible from the road, and Senator LaForge turned into the dirt road leading to it. Blending in with the trees bordering the approach were CCTV security cameras mounted on poles that were perpetually scrutinizing every movement she made as she drove down the short road. Their whirling sounds as they tracked you blended in with the cacophony of spring keepers, crickets, frogs, and other insects and birds in the nearby swamp.
Hulagu's Web, The Presidential Pursuit of Senator Katherine LaForge.
I was the first one to see Senator LaForge's bus. It was completely shot up. Virtually every glass on it was destroyed, and the front door was missing. There was a man's body right here, and there was another one over there. Never seen anything like that before. It looked like a complete war zone.
Hey, tell them about the smoke.
What?
All the smoke from up the road.
Oh yeah. About a mile down the road over here, you could see smoke and flames leaping over the trees. Some say it was...
That's enough. Stop.
Hulagu's Web, talking to the author here, Lumberton, Texas. We've got so many talented people in Southeast Texas. We've got writers, got country stars, actors have come from here, lots of athletes, and talking to one of the talented writers of the area now, David J. Hearne. I've read most of the book, very well written. Give us a little synopsis of the book for the viewers today.
Okay, the book actually, Hulagu's Web, is about a woman running for president. The woman is actually from the state of Texas. She was born in Charleston, New Hampshire, but she did move as a young woman to this area, got married, and was going to be a scientist, was going to be a physicist, in fact, but she ended up becoming a politician and a very strong senator here in the state of Texas. And then finally she decided that she wanted to run for president, and she ran on a green platform. Anyways, one part of her platform was that she's trying to eliminate income tax. She wants to replace income tax with a national sales tax. And the reason being is that this forces everyone to pay their taxes. It forces the criminal to pay his taxes. He robs you, he still has to pay his taxes when he uses your money that he stole from you to buy whatever he needs, another gun or whatever he might need. And it forces everyone to pay their taxes in a much easier way than being constantly trying to figure out what laws apply to my particular situation.
And you get to keep your whole paycheck.
And you get to keep your whole paycheck, but you're going to have to pay more for things because there's a larger sales tax. But I think it's a great way. We wouldn't have the issue with Katherine LaForge felt like we would not have the issue with the aliens, because if people came here, they were paying taxes whether they liked it or not. Anything they bought in this country, they're going to pay taxes on. Anyway, so that's part of her platform, and because of these issues, certain people hated her. The IRS was very much afraid of her because they'd lose jobs, perhaps. Accountants were disliking her immensely. Lawyers really disliked her immensely because they wanted it very complex so they could make a lot of money. So she gained many, many enemies. And of course, on the green energy side, she gained the enemy of oil companies, anybody who was making lots of money from the oil business.
What were the secrets revealed in Charlestown's Old Town Hall? Who are the assassins behind this deadly attack of a presidential candidate? Who wants her dead? Is it Saddam Hussein and his supporters after a deal gone wrong?
It's the King of the Road Show, and we're visiting with David J. Hearne of Lumberton, author of Hulagu's Web, The Presidential Pursuit of Senator Katherine LaForge.
We invite you to help unravel the story of political intrigue. Read Katherine LaForge's pursuit of the presidency and decide for yourself if this woman has the experience, common sense, and fortitude to serve as your next president of the United States. Find out who were playing God on Cooks Lake Road in Lumberton, Texas back in 2003. Read David Hearne's Hulagu's Web, The Presidential Pursuit of Senator Katherine LaForge, available at Amazon.com or at Book Heaven in Lumberton, Texas.
Jim King of the Road.
It's the King of the Road Show, and you're watching King of the Road's Fast Clips.
I danced my chair around the table, and I never missed a step till I looked up and you walked through the door.
It's the King of the Road Show, and coming up next, we'll visit with the legendary Gary P. Nunn.